Right, everyone, we're on a... I've already been. Went to a field. I know it's full of green waste. Been on with Simplex before, pulled some stuff out, absolutely loads of it. So I decided to hit it again. Just got a brew now, because as you go up the hill on the top, it's so windy, and as soon as you come down the side of the hill, it's so calm down here. It's so calm, so it's been absolutely freezing for about 2 hours, just to see if it's worth doing, and you'll find out soon enough. The settings, because I knew it's green waste, I decided with the Legend, to swap the settings up a bit, because I normally use 60 tone, but I wanted to try something different to hopefully just make it easier on the ears and this, that and the other, because it's absolutely just blasted with green waste. So I'll show you the settings. I did move between park and field, but I set up my recovery 5. I still had, it was full of iron as well, I falsed on some bigger iron. It was just so much small iron. Now I didn't want to lose performance, because I still wanted to get deep with these settings. So I had audio gain 3 at first and thought, right, the green waste is going to be in the first 4 inches. It's not ploughed, it's pasture. So I'll just dig the wispy signals. I did put it up to 4 after a bit, but this is how I had my tone set up. I did 4 tone. Now I did all metal, no discrimination whatsoever, so because you still want the depth, you see, you don't want to underperform the machine. So went over, and I actually had, let's just go back a minute, my tone breaks. I had the first tone, so anything under 26 come up as like an iron tone, and then my second tone, which was from 26 to 40, I had that tone bucket. Then that tone bucket, anything after 53 come up as a iron tone as well, as you'll see here. If we go back, we had the pitches 16 3, so I had that at 3, and the 4th tone at 3, which was over. So really I was going for high conductors. I was coin shooting kind of thing, just plucking the coins from the and that was my idea around it. With my volumes, I had the low at 3, the mid say at 7, and then the highs at 10, but anything after 53 I had at 3. A bit of a cherry picking program without discriminating. You can get stuff from it, but is it worth it? That's the thing at the end. Yeah, enjoy the video. Try to enjoy the video. All right. Try my best to keep you out of the wind. All this absolute garbage. I really don't believe I've left my mic. It's just so far to get there. I've only got a few hours, but this is about, it looks like a decorated piece about 7-8 inches down. Does look nice, that. And I did promise myself last night that I was going to start bringing loads of toothbrushes, small toothbrushes from daughter have been used. It's nice floral decoration, possibly horse boss or brooch. But yeah, That's some definite floral piece, and there's a hell of a lot of trash and iron, bits of iron. The setting seems to be working alright. I don't know whether to change to 60 tone, you see, so I can tell the trash a bit more, but I'm digging less. I am digging less trash. Just lead. It's not an ampulla, big flat piece of lead. The way I've got it set up, I haven't been digging these. I'll show you. I'm not digging anything shallow because in the first 3-4 inches it's trash. So I'm going to with Swiss tone, so yeah, that's why I would have dug that. If it was on ploughed or something, I would have dug it, but this is pasture with loads of shite on it. We've got another coin here, looks from hell. I've had to totally change my way of hunting. Totally changed. I'm using the ferrule check quite a bit more. I've gone to 4 tone, which is made into like a 3 tone. And that's what these detectors do. You can manipulate it, you know, to try and deal with some of the shit. It really is bad. It's a disgrace, absolute disgrace. The actual landowner keeps on saying to go on to 2 certain fields, and I know why, because it's just absolutely full of green waste, just turfing it on here. So it's like big iron bars and this, that and the other, tin cans, tin foil, just a lot. And I just keep walking past it because I walked through this field, and the detector was just going crazy, absolutely crazy, you know. I had to get it over waist height just to walk through the field, because you can see it all in the field from a distance. So I just went as far away from the farm as possible. You know, this is the furthest field, and it's still up here too, so it must be coming in as well. There could be some good stuff there. The only way to savour this land is to, it's like a good 6 inches off the top. It's just full of cack. If it was ploughed, it would be absolutely ruined, but it's pasture, so I'm going to crack on. And I just the way I've got it set up there now, I just want some high conductors. We're after big silver, we're cherry picking for big silver, coppers and stuff like that, you know. This has impressed me. About 8 inches down, but one way. So 46 coming in. So 46, 47 coming in on one direction. So there's iron in there. As well. So 46 coming in. I think we've managed to pull some history amongst the modern. Nice big. That's been alright to that as well. George V penny. 1917. You just need a silver in that date. Let's go with that now. Make the hunt worthwhile. Alright, we're on the history. Let's keep going. We're on another coin. Not far from the other one was over there. Different directions though, it's quite a bit of iron in there. Just nipping it out, the lights going out there. Very iffy signal. Yeah, there's got a bit of silver around here. That's 2 George V's. Close, very close to each other. It's 1920, which would have just missed. That would have been 50% silver if it was a silver coin, but it isn't, it's a penny and it's bronze. Come on, I'm sure we can put some silver out from here. That's Ferris target. dig it. On any other field it would have been, but no, not on this field. That is a plummy olive. Wow, worst permission ever I've been on for just waste. That's about done it for me. It's absolutely ruined. That's a can, that. A tin can. It's about 9 inches deep. So yeah, no, I wouldn't say it's worth it. I wouldn't say it's worth it. Even this area was one of the richest towns in the late 1800s when the Industrial Revolution for the cotton mills. These hillsides have just been absolutely destroyed. Now, if I was pulling hammers out, or there was hammers known, maybe it'd be worth it, but I've pulled out a few Georges there, you know. There might be a gold one. There might be a gold one. It was the wealthiest town in England, in the UK, in Great Britain, I think, at the time. It's a shame. It's a shame. I thought I'd give it a go. I won't be coming back. The worst green waste field I've ever been on. Ever. There was just signals everywhere, and even trying the best with the detector, I was still digging quite a bit. It took me a while. It took me about half an hour to get some settings tuned in. 60 tone, I was just like, wow, too much, way too much. Wide open. So I thought about discriminating out, but you still want the depth. I wanted to get past that 4 inches, but still pick up stuff with 4 inches. The coil choice and that, yeah, I thought, you know what, I'll go and I'll pull some stuff out, which I did pull some history out. They could actually be, like I said, this was in the boom time of the Industrial Revolution. This town, this area was the richest. It had the most millionaires in England, this area. So you're like, George V come up, there's gold and silver there, and they probably will be, but is it going to be worth it? They might not be. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's tragic. I believe there's a lot going on, and I was watching Graham on the Unearthed, and he's really delved into it, and I think he's trying to just show people what's going on in these fields. And it does come in with, say, your brown, we have a brown bin, so people put other stuff in with it as well, but furniture fittings and that, and then it's getting spread on fields as fertilizer. And there is another thing. You have got to be careful out there, because one of my permissions, I thought, what's this on the surface? And it was like black treacle. It was like treacle toffee, and I was already knee deep in it anyway. It's scattered about. It's really sludgy. So I rang him up. I rang the landowner up, and I says, "What the bloody hell is this that you're slurrying on the fields?" And it has a lot of little bits of tin foil in it and little bits of shredded metal. And he said to me, he says, "What are you doing up there?" I says, "Well, I'm only coming on." I says, "Yeah, no, but don't be going on that field with that on." It's human feces. It's human waste. It's human waste from the sewage works, and he gets it. They pasteurize it. They pasteurize it first, which is supposed to kill all the baddies in it, but it doesn't sound right to me. It doesn't sound, especially after eating lamb. I always find lamb's got that bit of a shitty taste to it. Now this might put some people off. It made me think, but I love meat. I absolutely love meat. It'd have to be something a lot worse than that for me not to eat meat. you think about it, and then it's getting spread on the fields, then the cattle are eating the grass which has been grown from this fertilizer, and then it's ending up on our plate. It just doesn't seem right at all to introduce that into the food chain, stuff like that. And I was shocked when I was speaking to her. I said, you are having me on. I said to it, I said, you are having me on, aren't you? I said, I'm knee deep in it here. She says, no, it's pasteurised though. I says, right, well, don't want to do it, do you? Don't want to do it. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on, and if you go on over to Unearthed page, maybe a lot of you know Graham anyway, but he's really educated. He's got a book out, and what he says, I really do take it, because he knows his stuff. He does know his stuff, and he does these chats on Sundays and that, and even if I've got it on in the background, yeah, he's right. I've proved it for myself as well there. Absolutely disgusting what's happening, absolutely disgusting. All right, so the next one will not be like that, because I won't be going back in that field, and I have got new permission, so, and the land next to it, and some really nice stuff off it. So yeah, see you on the next one.